Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi my loves, it's Destin Troyes, you're watching Troyes TV. So in today's video, I decided to get on here and talk about the glamorization of OnlyFans culture. Now as we all know, OnlyFans has pretty much skyrocketed in popularity in the past 5 years, especially during the pandemic. Now I want to just get on here real quick and say that I have no problem with sex workers, no problem with people who go on the internet and sell their cootie cat. If you want to walk around the street and sell your poom poom and you want to bust your pussy wide open for a real nigga, then do what you have to do. If you want to get on the street and sell your body and bend over or like fuck the hell out of something and get paid, then do you. I don't knock anybody's hustle because I feel like when people...
Yeah, you can't knock the hustle now, goddamn. If my opinion is, if they want to do OnlyFans, let them. Let these motherfuckers, let them feel like how a local rapper feel. Let them go ahead and feel like that.
People do sex work, it's always a last resort. Coming from someone that knows plenty of sex workers, OnlyFans people who have premium Snapchats, and lots of people who have...
Nah, come on now. Come on now. Who's stopping for this? Who's stopping for this?
In their past,
that's crazy to stop
that
for
life,
that.
choose it because they feel like they have no choice.
And no matter what job I get, it wasn't gonna be enough for me to survive. And I ain't even gonna front, like stripping did a whole lot for me. Like I made my first $20,000 when I was like 20 years old.
Let me just start by saying,
Now that sounds like a lie talk about any other job ain't gonna do it for you. How? You say you already weren't paying rent, so even if you started paying a little bit of rent, you would have still been good. The fuck you talk about it wasn't gonna be enough for you? What the fuck?
saying that OnlyFans is nowhere near as lucrative as people think it is. Now, OnlyFans has been booming ever since Beyonce gave it the stamp of approval. And yes, Beyonce plays a very big role on why OnlyFans is popular. Ever since Beyonce...
I ain't gonna lie, I don't even remember Beyonce doing that. Even though it ain't like I'm looking for.
They gave it the stamp of approval. And yes, Beyonce plays a very big role on why OnlyFans is as popular as it was.
On that demon time, she might start her OnlyFans.
Back when I first heard about OnlyFans, I knew about it because I was friends with a famous porn star who I don't fuck with no more.
No, I knew about OnlyFans because it was for gaming. Before all the porn got on there, it was just for like another Patreon. I feel like I said it wrong just then, but yeah, it was for like another Patreon, if I remember right. But then the porn came on, and they can't get rid of it.
Long story. Some of y'all who follow me for years might know what I'm talking about. You are not gonna last long. Every time I go on...
Every return is from OnlyFans is $180 a month. God damn. They calculated that the median account earns about $180 a month. Okay, exclude tipping, but shit. Nah. That's wild. I ain't go... Well, nah, I was gonna say they ain't... Nah, they ain't enough. They ain't enough at all. If you out there selling your body, they ain't enough. You better walk on the streets. Getting $180 a month, and you out there for the whole world to see? No, they ain't enough.
TikTok or any social media platform,
a month.
there's always a girl, boasting about how she made 50 G's, 100 G's, how she made almost $500,000 on OnlyFans.
What's the most you've made in a month on OnlyFans?
Not that much. I would say like 400K.
Okay,
Ooh.
not that much. All right.
Did you say not that
well,
much?
Well, not as much as comparison to like other girls that I know. That's like my highest month, but I know girls that will make way more than that a month. Like
a lot of people will be in the comment sections of these influencers and they'll say, "Oh my God, I can't wait till I turn 18 so I can do this. Oh my God, I'd rather do this in college." And to be honest, I don't blame them because a lot of these influencers make it sound appealing. But the reality is, sex work is one of the most spiritually taxing things you could ever do. Every single sex worker I've ever known for my life who does OnlyFans and does premium Snapchat, they're spiritually being taxed, because when you do that kind of content, people are always going to expect that of you and perceive you a certain way. Boom, boom, wide open.
I have no
You better
clue what that
believe
is.
people are gonna walk up to you and automatically view you as a sexual being. For example, Sukihana. Because as we all know, Sukihana, the famous sex worker, porn girl, rapper, reality TV personality from Love and
Oh my god, bro. He played the full video, bro. Bro, he played the full video. That I ain't never watched the full video because it was so hard to watch. Like, bro, something wrong with Osiris. Like, that shit was hard to watch. I couldn't even watch the full video. This is the first time I've seen the full video, bro. Like, bro, you got Lil Duval and fucking Funny Marco over here. Like, bro, what the fuck going
and
on?
one of the most disgusting figures on the internet who has been able to build a platform off of being repulsive. Talented girl, but she's very repulsive, and that's just her image and her brand. Well, basically, there was a recent controversy surrounding her and an R&B singer who basically decided to grab her face and force a kiss on her.
Bro, no, bro, you can't play that shit twice now. I can't.
Yeah, it's
I
not
can't
fun.
watch that
It's
shit
actually
twice.
disgusting, especially when you don't really like the person like that. So for him to do that, I was disgusted, and he was dragged, rightfully so. But considering her image and her brand, that's exactly why he thought doing that shit was appropriate.
And you need to watch the shit out that motherfucking dookie shooter you got, ho. You need to watch the shit out that dookie shooter, bitch. I'm tired of you hoes playing with me, bitch. And bitch, I'm finna be the richest bitch out here. Fuck asshole. I'm the richest hoe in the motherfucking South.
If it was someone like Kelly Rowland, he wouldn't dare have done that shit. But because
Bruh,
of Sukihana
oh my god. Stop playing the video. God
and
damn.
then expecting people to take her seriously as a rapper, that's why he did what he did. And again, it doesn't make it okay, but that's just what I mean when I say the image you put out will follow you forever. I knew a very popular male sex worker, right? He was an OnlyFans personality. I had a falling out with him because he had a lot of insecurities and he was just overall a draining person. But before me and him had a falling out, I remember this male sex worker that I knew who's very famous on OnlyFans. You can find his videos on porn sites, all that stuff. He's a male sex worker. And he basically told me that he really hates how he's perceived because of what he puts out on Twitter. If you go down his Twitter timeline, it's videos of him fucking people, like fucking trans people,
Oh, no.
fucking dudes, all types of shit.
Yeah, oh man, oh no, what the hell? Oh. I was guessing that he was probably a little gay or something, but god damn, this nigga's like fucking trans and oh man. That oh my god.
Little, X-rated, but yes, that's the kind of stuff he posts. And I remember him telling me that he hates when he goes out in public and people look at him and say, "Oh my god, that's so-and-so from that porn. That's so..."
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like that's cap. I don't know not one dude name for no fucking porn star. Except for what's his name? Johnny Sins. And I only know him cause god damn. Cause of what you call it? Cause of the memes. Like, man, I don't pay no attention to the man. I ain't trying to watch no nigga. I'm trying to watch females. The fuck?
So-and-so, or hey, you're so-and-so. I love your videos. You're so-and-so.
Who actually watches porn and remembers the man's name? Like, that's crazy. Or recognize the nigga like, oh yeah, that's him. No. Ain't happening. I'm looking for that female. What the fuck?
He didn't like that because for him, he never wanted to be famous. He never wanted to be popular. He merely just wanted to build a brand on OnlyFans so that way he could take care of himself. Almost every single X-rated content creator I've ever met has told me that they're trying to find other ways to like diversify and find like a game plan. Like one X-rated worker that I knew who was an OnlyFans creator, he told me how he was trying to get into doing skincare. Like he wanted to make a skincare line and he wanted to sell hair because he saw that that was a big thing, and he wanted to find a distributor in a foreign country to sell hair, and he was trying to get into real estate, but he just didn't have the confidence to do it because for him it was just so fucking easy to just take off his clothes, show off his six-pack and his chest and his penis and make 10 bands off of that every month. That was so easy for him.
I ain't gonna lie. I'd probably do the same thing if I thought I could make 10 bands off of butt off my body, nigga. Shit. No, that ain't enough. I ain't gonna lie. It probably gotta be like what them females be saying, like, what's her name? The Catch Me Outside girl. How much she made? Like 10 million in a year? Yeah. Gotta be one
That
of
he
them.
couldn't have the
Or was it a
confidence,
million?
fathom the confidence of trying something else. You know? And a big reason why I fell out with this particular individual that I'm talking about right now is because he was trying to look at me as a way to save him. Like he wanted to hang out with me so that way a lot of my knowledge about the entertainment industry and about marketing could rub off on him. Like he tried to put this weird like little label on me as like his little networking friend, and he was like, hey, like, you know, we should like really hang out more often, you know, like, look, you know, you should bring your laptop and I bring my laptop and we could like talk about like cool creative ideas. And it was so weird because he wanted me to be that for him. Then I knew another sex worker, it was a woman by the way, and she would tell me how, yeah, like, Choice, I see you doing YouTube and stuff, like I could definitely do that too, and you know, we should like collab so I could build my channel. She was trying to build another source of things.
I'm pretty sure that happened a lot with YouTubers though. I'm pretty sure like the friends you probably ain't seen in motherfucking 5 years or stuff, 5-10 years, will hit you up like, hey, I'm starting the YouTube, you can help me and all that. But I ain't talked to you in motherfucking 10 years. How the hell you just gonna ask me to try to help you on something? That don't make no sense. I ain't seen you in 10 years, I ain't talked to you in 10 years, so how the hell you expect somebody to want to help you? Like, and then I'm pretty sure they didn't even start the YouTube. They probably thinking about YouTube and like, oh yeah, I can hit him up and he can help me from the beginning. Like you ain't even try to build no following on your own, but you want somebody to try to help. Like how the hell that makes sense?
Because she knew that this sex worker thing was sucking the life out of her and spiritually taxing her existence. And she would tell me horrible experiences of when she'd be like in the downstairs lobby of her apartment and her getting spotted and being treated a certain way. She would be talking to like random dudes and they would like be trying to bring up her scenes and talk about, you know, like, yo, like how did you take the dick like that? Like how did you suck?
No, ain't nobody asking that question. You lie. I ain't going for it. Ain't nobody that's trying to fuck a girl go ask how you sucking dick. No, ain't nobody asking that question. Nobody ain't asking about the scenes. That's wild.
Suck a dick like that, like.
Nobody asks us that question. Like what? You's a wild boy if you ask that question. Like what? I'm pretty sure. Now I think I'm pretty sure it is somebody that asked that question before. But you's a freak ass nigga though. To ask a question like that. That's some freaky ass shit.
Asking her weird ass questions. Those are the kind of things she has to deal with. She has to deal with the aspect of dudes she's trying to date, looking up her porn videos and watching her porn videos. She has to deal with that. And that's her bed and that's what she slept in. She wanted me to kind of help her with YouTube and shit. You know? She wanted to find ways to get out of it. Because again, for a lot of people, especially people who are dedicated to doing sex work, who are full-blown sex workers, a lot of them use it as a last resort. And I remember asking him one time, I said, if you feel this way about doing what you do and putting yourself out there like that, then why? And he interrupted me and was like, so why do it? I was like, yeah, so why do it? And he was like, it's for the money, but everyone I know fucking hates it. And that's what it is. He has a brand and a platform for being a sex worker, and that's why like I kind of have an issue with regular people kind of hopping on the OnlyFans culture because they think they can compete with these sex workers when they realistically can't. A lot of these sex workers have dedicated their life to being sex workers. Literally, once your vajayjay is on the internet or once your dick is on the internet, it's on the internet forever. There is no such thing as putting yourself out there on the internet and then deleting it. It's out there. If you've ever built a following of at least 100 people, the odds of somebody screen recording your video and reposting it is very high. If you even have 1,000 people who have viewed your social media.
Nah, I don't think that's high enough. I feel like that traction of only if 100 people watch it, you safe, in my opinion. You safe. Cause the video go die down. And what about the money? People go forget all about you. Now, if it was probably about 5,000, that's a different story. That 5,000 can turn into 100. But I feel like that 100 can only turn into, at the most, probably 500 views instead of that 100. Because in the beginning, out of 100 people, probably 5-10 people will share the shit, but it ain't gonna go too far. That's just in my opinion.
Follow you, you better believe that when you get popping and you get famous and you start going viral, somebody out there is screen recording your feed or screen recording your shit, screenshot it and sending it, and they're posting it on third-party websites, and that shit will always follow you. A good example is Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian can literally save the fucking world. She could free Ray Ray.
Fuck that. That was, I don't even know what he's about to say, but this all a lie. Cause she did that to herself. Her mama did. Her mama set all that up. Didn't they just get done saying this? That her mama set all this shit up?
Daquan, Chandra, and she could free Julio and Xavier from prison. But you better believe that people will still tweet a photo of her sucking on Ray J's dick. You better be ready for the shit that comes.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never seen that video either. I done had plenty chances to watch it on Pornhub and all that. I ain't never watched it. I ain't never watched that video. I don't even know. I just know like how this, like him looking into the camera or something like that, ain't it? Something like that. But I ain't never watched that video.
Comes with it. People will always look at you as somebody that sold their body on the internet. And fun fact about OnlyFans workers, a lot of them don't make as much as you think they do. Some of them make 6 figures in a year. Some of them could even make upmost $1 million. Bad Baby was even a perfect example. The Cash Me Outside girl, whatever the fuck her name is, Danielle Ravioli. Danielle Ravioli basically
provides receipts of $53 million. God damn. God damn. 53 million. And I think I seen the leaks shits. She not even doing nothing. She ain't showing nothing at all. So nigga, she paid 53 million and she ain't showed not one thing. Like she ain't showed a nipple. And she made 50, boy, I can't even be mad at that. She just played the fuck out of them. I can't be mad.
Ravioli. Danielle Ravioli basically made $50 million, over $50 million in 1 year on OnlyFans, and made $1 million the day she turned 18 on OnlyFans.
Just make me enough to where I can get $3 million in an account and put it away and never touch it. Made way more than that. Way more than that. Y'all want to keep calling me to Catch Me Outside, or why don't y'all call me the bitch that made $50 million off OnlyFans? Because I had never told nobody that. People didn't really know. People only knew about the millions. So it's a lot of people out there thinking I only got $1 million. But $50 million later, I bought a house, $6.1 million cash.
Now, this OnlyFans wave was very intentional for her. I'll give Danielle Ravioli her props.
Is
She
that
won. To generate $50 million on OnlyFans, that's
per month, $24 a month? Yeah, damn.
insane. And it
God damn, $24 a month? That's a lot. Shit. Nigga, ain't the most like, well, I don't know the most, but I thought they were like mostly $5, $10. God damn. Y'all some horny ass niggas.
just say this. Bad Baby obviously did this as a marketing ploy because, as we all know, she had just turned 18 at the time, and of course millions of people are going to be curious about how her body looks now that she's of legal age to do this kind of content. But what people don't realize...
Bruh, this all she posts and she made $53 million? Bruh. She won like a motherfucker.
She went the OnlyFans route for a reason. Evidently her buzz died down, evidently her publicity died down, and she needed a quick cop-out. And She's not a sex worker. It's a matter of time before she wakes up one day and she realizes that she has to keep doing this in order to sustain these millions of dollars. Eventually, she's gonna have to pay the property taxes. Eventually, everything's gonna add up, and she's gonna have to find another hustle. And of course, she can do it because, again, she already has a very
First
popular
off,
social media.
he talk about she might have to find another hustle. No, the fuck she not. If she used that money how she was supposed to use that money, she ain't working another day in her life. Fuck all that other shit. She ain't gotta work another day in her life. Not even like if she invested her money right and all that shit, she ain't gotta work a day in her life. The fuck? Talk about she gonna have to get another. No, the fuck she not. Nigga, she is set. The fuck?
Following. So realistically, she can do a lot of things. But to see her bend over backwards and post this kind of content at her level of fame, it's insane. I mean, it worked. It was a great business move, but she's not a sex worker. So a lot of people will see this. They'll see what Bad Baby was able to do, and they'll think that they have to get into this profession in order to make millions of dollars and to retire. Because again, most people are tired of fucking working and trying to climb that corporate ladder. Because most of these jobs aren't going to promote you. They're not going to make it easy for you to get a raise. The average person is not going to make M's on OnlyFans. And I really hate that it's so.
Who is this nigga? What is he doing? Is he reviewing her content or something? What the fuck is going on? Is bro reviewing her content? Cause it looked like he got OnlyFans and might have paid for it, bro. What the fuck is he doing?
Glamorized nowadays because now everyone thinks that this is the escape route in order to be popping and make millions of dollars. Same thing with being an influencer. You know, being an influencer can pay well. Trust me and believe me. And I believe anyone can do it if you put your mind to it and you have the right intentions. But it's not a quick cash grab. It's not a quick, cop out. It's not a quick, get rich quick scheme to be an influencer, to be famous. People think automatically when you're famous, it'll sustain longevity.
I'm dead. What the fuck is he doing? Is he reviewing her content or something, bro? What is he doing? What is he talking about? What the fuck? Cause he been at it for about a good 5 minutes.
But sometimes it doesn't. So,
ain't nothing to see for real. The same pictures he done put up is what's on her shit, and ain't shit to see.
I really hope everyone that jumps on his OnlyFans wave, if they're lucky enough to get a certain amount of followers, sustains it by investing into themselves. Because the average person is not going to make bread like that, like Bad Baby. And then we also have OnlyFans agencies where influencers are going out of their way to teach you how to build a following on OnlyFans and make X, Y, and Z amount of money. A lot of them are selling you all types of gimmicks, telling you that you'll make X amount of money if you join their agency. And I like to call these people glorified pimps because many of them are also selling you a dream, and they're literally preying and plotting on vulnerable people who don't know shit about anything. And it's such bullshit because you're the one that has to show your body and flash your jewels just for them to get like 35, maybe even 40% of your income, which is insane. Literally glorified pimps. Now, one thing that's funny about a lot of people who want to be
But he make pimping sound easy, ain't it? God damn. What, nigga? Bro. Nigga just a pimp for online shit. A pimp for just online shit. That's crazy. Nigga, that's the play. Shit. That nigga ain't gotta do nothing but the bare minimum ain't get, what he said, 30 to 40% of they shit. That's crazy. That's good money. Even if you don't do nothing.
Influencers and want to be on the OnlyFans wave is a lot of people don't realize that when you're an influencer and when you own a business, a lot of people are independent contractors. Just like how a lot of these construction workers are independent contractors, just like how Uber drivers and DoorDash people are independent contractors, so are influencers, and so are people who are on OnlyFans. So you better believe that when that time comes and you made $700,000, $500,000 on OnlyFans, what happens when you realize that you don't pay taxes like a person who works a 9-to-5 job? Now, most people who work in the States or in a lot of westernized countries, your taxes are already removed out of your paycheck and out of your taxes at the end of the year. So if you made roughly around, I don't know, $65,000 a year or $42,000 a year, 25 or 18 or 30% of that is already deducted for taxes. Now, there was a video of this OnlyFans model who got on YouTube and she explained how she owed mad money in taxes because she didn't realize she had to pay so many taxes, considering that they don't deduct it when you do OnlyFans if you are an influencer.
Actually, when I did it, TurboTax said that I owed $2,200, almost $2,300 is what I owed in taxes. And I made about $8,000 on OnlyFans, and I made about almost $300 on YouTube. So that kind of freaked me out a little bit that I owed almost $2,300 YouTube.
No. No, no. Ain't it like if you make under $12,000, you don't gotta pay no taxes because it's basically like a part-time job. You can just put exempt, and I don't think it's no problem. Cause when I had a summer job, we could put exempt because we made under $12,000 for the summer. Like, no, I would have paid that. I would have shit. I would put exempt like a motherfucker.
So I had an emotional breakdown because I actually didn't have any money saved up, which I definitely recommend that you should. Any money saved up from any OnlyFans earnings, because something would always
call me Wesley Snipes, my nigga, because I ain't paying.
Happen. So like I'd have car problems, I had to take my cat to the vet. You know, just certain things happen that you just can't save it.
Then there's Cardi B. Cardi B, who constantly complains about taxes any chance she gets, even though she always encourages people to vote a certain way. Now, obviously, Mrs. Cardi B is not an OnlyFans personality, but she is on OnlyFans just like all the other truckload of celebrities that jumped on the platform. And she's also an influencer and an independent contractor because she's an entertainer. And she complained about how bad taxes is.
I wasn't spending no money like that, and yet my bills every single motherfucking month was over $100,000. Over $100,000, and a bitch was not even moving, because the more money, the more problems, the more responsibility. So that's why I find it so funny when people be telling you what to do with your fucking money, bro. Then on top of that, you got the IRS that be on your ass.
Like, when you getting that type of money, ain't nobody can tell you how to fucking use your money, what the fuck you can do with your money, cause you don't know what the fuck it's like to have that type of money. So how the fuck you go tell somebody what to do with their money? Like, that shit's stupid. I don't understand when people do that shit. I hate when people do that shit, act like they know so much about motherfucking money, but don't know a damn thing. They just want to be talking.
45% on your check. They take off 45% of your check. 45% of your check. You gotta literally prove that everything is a business expense. Or you bought, and it's hard to prove that certain shit is a business expense. Like, that's why every single time, like, I be going so hard on people. Like, it's like, listen, bro, it's either you work for me and you got papers that you work for me, or you don't, because I gotta prove that there's a business expense. Every single time that I buy.
Nigga, who is recording this video, bro? Nigga, somebody camera.
Outfit, I literally take a picture of the receipt. Take a pictures of all receipt. Count that shit as a business expense. Like, it's like, I don't have, because it's like when you give money to people, the IRS don't give a fuck if you gave money to somebody because they were homeless and shit. They don't give a fuck. Is it a business expense? No, then it don't count. Then you gotta pay tax off that money that you giving somebody else. It's crazy, yo. It's crazy. Like people are so worried about what other people are doing, and they're not even realizing that people, they raping their citizens with no lubricant. They sticking a fucking big fat dick in your ass with no fucking lubricant. This country's really fucked up, bro. Federal and state tax. Like, it's just like, how do y'all take so much? How do the government think it's okay for somebody to put so many hard working hours and they just take your money and then they claim that they doing shit for the city? But I don't see them thing. I don't see no difference.
People want to be influencers, and people love to tell influencers, get a real job, bitch! Get a real job! It's not lucrative! The thing is, being an influencer is a real job if you get sponsorships, if you have an OnlyFans, if you have a YouTube channel, if you're getting paid off of TikTok. Because influencers are independent contractors who pay a shit ton of taxes at the end. It's not deducted. We don't have a corporation backing us to where we have to literally like wait for them to take the taxes out. So in terms of Social Security tax, Medicare tax, we pay that shit at the end. And OnlyFans people generating all this money looks like fun, but when you owe like $70,000 in taxes, it's not going to be as fun as you thought it was. When you owe 6 figures in taxes, when you owe mad money in taxes, and OnlyFans ain't paying the bills like it was 2, 3, 4 years ago. OnlyFans should be a stepping stool. So for people to leave their corporate jobs just to do OnlyFans, it's scary because there's so many young people who are looking at this wave of OnlyFans and they think, okay, let me just quit my job or not go to school and just do OnlyFans. Shit is possible if you're passionate about the craft of sex work and you actually want to be a sex worker. But if you see this as a cash grab, bitch, guess what?
Who the fuck wants to be a sex worker? Who the fuck say that's my dream job to be a sex worker? I don't think nobody's saying that. Yeah, but I was gonna say I don't think nobody leaving their job, but shit, they probably thinking, oh yeah, I'm a bad bitch, so I'm gonna leave. I'll be making about $500,000 a month, so they'll quit their job and shit, but they're only making $180. That's crazy.
In 2 years, your ass is still gonna owe all those fucking taxes for all that money you made if your OnlyFans even goes anywhere. And guess what? If your OnlyFans don't get anywhere, guess what? Now your poom poom is on the internet. Your poom poom is on the internet, and they can always screen record it, screenshot it, share it, and much more. And if someone ever wants to Google you, there's a chance that your poom poom or your dick might be on the internet, and people may not even care to even fucking hire you, or people may look at you sideways, or it could affect how you're viewed publicly and socially, and it could hinder you in your career or your future endeavors. Now, it's all fun and games to have an OnlyFans until people tell you, hey, oh my god, I would love, since I'm a subscriber and I give you my $6.99 a month, I would love if you shoved your pinky in your pussy and you also shoved your middle finger up your ass.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Can you imagine people who pay $6.99 a month? Basically, you're fucking pimps. That's what they are. You're pimps telling you, shove your pinky up your coochie and shove your middle finger up your ass and finger it back and forth until poop comes out or I'm unsubscribing.
What the fuck did I just come back to? I don't even remember what the fuck. Nigga, I literally just left for a second. What the fuck?
In your head, you'll probably look at that and say,
It just
"Fuck,
took
I'm
a
not doing
big
that."
ass turn.
But then, what happens when 2 years go by and that 50 G's you're making now is looking like about 6 G's, and then 2 more years go by and you realize that you can't maintain those expenses you had. You can't maintain that traveling that you did. You can't maintain and keep up with the Joneses and keep up with all those friends you have that also do pretty well for themselves. Then what? OnlyFans is not lucrative, just like how any other job is not lucrative. The thing is, it's all about what you do with it. It's the same thing having a social media following. People see this person's followers, my followers, this followers, that followers, this influencer has millions of followers, but they don't realize that just because someone has millions of followers, that doesn't mean they have millions of dollars in their bank account. Now, a lot of influencers make great ass fucking money, right? But a lot of influencers don't know how to sustain it because they don't realize that having a platform is a blessing, but it's something you need to utilize to the best of your ability. Selling merchandise, starting another business, buying a home when you conveniently can, and making sure that you invest into other avenues. Like, are you into acting? Do you want to own a restaurant one day? What are things you all want? Do you want to be an author? Do you want to be someone that owns a cupcake shop? Do you want to own a bakery? You have to create another.
EDP want a cupcake. He want a cupcake shop. EDP.
Asset, because if you don't create something that has consistent or sustainable cash flow, like, I don't know, maybe even a Patreon or some shit. If you don't provide useful content that people can always look back to and enjoy, there will be a strong chance that you will go completely broke. So OnlyFans should be a stepping stool for a lot of people, not something you can do because you want to make some quick money and some fast cash. That doesn't last. Easy come, easy go. That's a saying that we all grew up hearing. Easy come, easy go, and before you know it, those followers that subscribe to you because they love seeing you clap your ass, they're not going to want to give you $6.99 anymore. They're going to wake up one day and say, you know what, I'm tired of seeing your penis on my feed. I'm not paying $6.99. I don't care about that. I don't want to pay $15.99 a month for that. That doesn't do anything for me. Because at a certain point, some people are going to be like, there's so much porn out there. There's so much of it that's free. Why would I pay for it? Unsubscribe. And then before you know it, you just lost 20 people who are paying you $9.99 a month. And then before you know it, you lose 200 people, then 500 people, then 1,000 people. And now you feel like you have to assimilate. You get on Twitter because Twitter is the place where a lot of people post their X-rated content, and they're like, "Oh, hey, look at me! I'm taking off my underwear, guys. Come back, come subscribe." That's what you're gonna have to do. So, most of the people who sustain a following and an income on OnlyFans are usually celebrities. The highest paid OnlyFans creator was Blac Chyna's ass. Blac Chyna was pulling in more than $10 million a year on OnlyFans. Then there's Larsa Pippen. Then there's Safari. Then there's people such as Cardi B, who doesn't even do shit on her OnlyFans, but does more of like a behind the scenes of her life. These people have lucrative followings and a consistent fan base that like them for them. And that's why they'll probably be able to sustain it more than Sandra down the block. Eventually, just like any industry that's driven by sex, whether it be modeling, runway modeling, or porn, or being a video vixen, or being an Instagram model, there's a shelf life. A lot of these people are only as useful as their looks. People will only look at you for your looks. If you're a good looking guy and you make an OnlyFans, you need to make sure that you keep your body in shape. Because if people see one little flab and they're not attracted to you no more, you better believe that they're unsubscribing to that ass real fucking quick. Sex work should just be left to sex workers. Because if you are not a sex worker, you should not be on the platform, or you should not expect to be on the platform consistently. It's going to wrap up very soon, and eventually it'll all fizzle out. I can imagine having to wake up every single fucking week and see my earnings go down because, you know, people didn't like me being intimate with somebody on camera, so they wanted me to be intimate with somebody else. Or people want me to be intimate with a certain character. I am all for loving yourself and liberation, but do not sit up here and try to justify why you do what you do by trying to hide behind activism and liberation. Sometimes that is the case, but in most times people are just saying that to make themselves feel better. Now, I knew one dude who, you know, did his little videos or whatever, and I remember him telling me, I don't know why people look down on it, you know? Like, I fuck all the time. Like, I'm always having sex. You know, I'm always having sex. You know, I might as well charge for it, right? And he was, like, going in and in and in, like, trying to over-explain to me as if I was, like, his mom or, like, his cousin or something, when I don't even really know this guy like that. But he was just going in and in and in about how well, you know, I have sex all the time. I'm always having sex. Always. I'm always on my phone trying to have sex with somebody. Since I'm always trying to have sex with somebody, I mean, I might as well charge for it, right? Like, he was, like, forcing it. He was so passionate, as if he was kind of like reading off of a script. Like, he's so used to rehearsing what he says to justify his bad actions. Like, he himself thinks it's bad. I don't think it's bad, but he thinks it's bad because people around him probably crucify and judge him for it. And in my head, I remember thinking to myself, why does he feel the need to over-explain this to me? I didn't ask. I just was like, how lucrative and substantial do you see it being for a long time? Can you, like, live off of it? That was kind of all the conversation was going, as far as I remember. And he just went on and on for like 6 minutes just over-explaining. And a lot of times you can always get a feel of how somebody is or how they truly feel on the inside if you just sit back, shut up, and just let them talk. So in a nutshell, OnlyFans, this glamorization of it,
I'm gonna say, but it's a long ass video, ain't it? Yeah, damn.
Stop glamorizing it and normalizing it with sexual liberation. Let's love our bodies. No, bitch. You love your fucking body enough to share it with millions of fucking people. Don't try to justify it and make everyone else think that you're an activist, when in reality, you're just looking for a quick little cash grab to sustain your lifestyle so that way you can go shopping and travel the world. I have a lot of respect for a lot of beautiful women who don't run the route of OnlyFans. Even attractive men. There's a lot of attractive people and attractive men on Instagram that, you know, show photos of them being shirtless, women who take pretty little bikini photos, and people will be in their comments saying, make it OnlyFans, make it OnlyFans. And guess what? They refuse to do so. They rather just model, do some acting, build a lucrative brand, and hustle, work hard, work a regular 9 to 5 on.
I was gonna say that be me, but no, the fuck it don't. That do not be me. But I do. If I do see something like that on Instagram, I'm going to their bio to see if they got an OnlyFans just to see. I don't pay for OnlyFans though. That's crazy. That's wild.
Honest living.
It's fuck.
Or utilize their skills or utilize their degrees. I have a lot of respect for people who are aesthetically attractive, especially a lot of y'all out there that are aesthetically attractive enough, you know, a nice body or whatever, and you don't go that route because it's so easy to do it. And so many people are doing it that if you don't do it, I have a lot of respect for you, because in this world and in this society where everyone's kind of pressuring you and telling you that you should just do it because it's easy money, but you don't want to do it because you don't want yourself to be out there, that means you're not willing to just sell your soul for like 50 G's a month. That tells me that you're not willing to just sell your soul for 200 G's a month. Not saying that people who do OnlyFans are, because there's some people who are legit, you know, porn stars and sex workers that eat and breathe and enjoy this shit. But the people who don't give a fuck how attractive or how banging their body is or how large their breasts are, I admire you for not going that route. When you do things for money, it fills out very fast. But that was that for this entire breakdown / rant / video. I really want to know what y'all think about this whole situation and what I had to say in the comment section down below. And just overall, give me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. And feel free to email me and DM me and follow me on Instagram. But yeah, that's that. Like, comment, and subscribe. Choice out this bitch.